Hi, this is Jeremy Schoonmaker, Pre-Sales Technical Consultant for the Channel MPS Group here at HP. And in this video, I'm going to talk to you about HP WebJet Admin. Now, HP WebJet Admin is a software that HP provides for managing HP printers. Think of it as a single console that you can use to update firmware, configure devices, set alerts, get data collection from the device, meters, those sorts of things. It's a great tool and it's free to use, and I would recommend that any customers that have maybe more than 15 or 20 devices in their fleet considering using this rather than trying to manage those devices kind of on a one-by-one basis. There's lots of time-saving things that you can get with WebJet Admin. WebJet Admin is free to download. You go to www.hp.com/go/WJA, and that will bring you to this landing page for WebJet Admin. Up in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see this Download Now button. So you're going to go ahead and click that so that you can get to where you can download. Now, this is going to bring you to the software depot for HP. So it's going to treat this sort of like you're ordering software. But again, it's not going to cost anything. It's a free download. So you're going to have to sign in with an HP ID account. Now, if you're a partner, you could probably use your partner portal account. That should work here. If you're a customer and you don't have an HP ID account, you can sign up for one right here. It's a really short process. You just enter in some basic information, create a password, and then you'll get an email with a verification code that you'll have to type in. I'm going to log in, of course, with my HP account. So it's going to go through and log me in and authenticate me through my Ping ID there. Once you're in, it's going to ask you for ordering information. Okay, and if you're a partner, this is where you could enter in your customer's information, and then they'll get an email. But I just use my own, of course. You're going to have to type in some company information, as well as address, postal code, and a phone number. And I'm using my information back from Rio Rancho at HP. And then there's just a survey, just so that we can get some information about how WebJet Admin is being used. So I'm going to fill this out really quick. At the bottom, you've got license terms that you have to accept, and then you can opt out of email delivery of special offers, which I usually do. If you want to get more emails from HP, more power to you. Once you click Next, you've basically ordered the software, and now you'll get to a delivery type page, okay, where we're actually delivering the software to you. Now, you might get an email shortly after this with this confirmation number, and that way if you ever need to get back to this page, you don't have to necessarily order it again. You can just use the email that gets sent to you. But you'll get to this page, and this allows you to download the software and get some documentation. Now, there is some documentation about installation instructions, and I'll show you how to get those again from another place in just a minute. The important thing here is the software area. Now, there's a couple things you can download here. First is actual WebJet Admin. Now, this version is Service Release 6. It's version 10.4 with Service Release 6 and Feature Pack 11. Now, feature packs are just small add-ons that basically add device compatibility. So when HP releases new devices, they can be immediately used with WebJet Admin. You'll see you can download the feature pack separately. So if you're using an old version of WebJet Admin, you can download the latest feature pack and install it. Since we're going to download the actual latest version of WebJet Admin, the feature pack comes included. You also have this WebJet Admin Proxy Agent software right here, and this is for working with USB-connected devices, which WebJet Admin can do as long as you install these proxy agents. So we'll probably cover that in a different video, as well as these XTP tickets that are listed here at the bottom. So the only real download you need is the top one, the 505 megabyte one. So you just click Download, and it should start downloading the software you see down in the lower left-hand corner. Once you've got that downloaded, you're ready to install. Now, I'm not going to walk through the install process. It's a pretty simple wizard, but there is an installation guide. So if we go back to, again, our landing page of WebJet Admin, in the upper right-hand corner, there'll be a link for the install guide. Okay, and that's pulling up right now, so I can show you where that is, but it's right here, the WebJet Admin install guide. It'll open in another tab, and I've got it right here. So you can read through this. It goes through lots of different scenarios about how you might want to install it, all the different system requirements for all the pieces and parts of it. I would say, in short, if you've got a server that's got a reasonable amount of power, 4 gigs RAM, a dual-core processor, you should be okay. I think down here in the hard drive space it says maybe 50 gigs of hard drive space. If you have a large fleet or you're going to be doing lots and lots with it, lots of alerts, lots of firmware updates, lots of data collection, you might need to change the server size, and we'll talk about that in a different video. There's a white paper covering that. But just to get started, again, some just basic software or hardware requirements will be fine. The other thing to know is that when WebJet Admin installs, by default, it installs a SQL Express database, a database instance on your server or PC. You can point it to a remote SQL instance if you want to, but that's a non-standard option, and that's not part of the install wizard. So if you're going to do that, you need to use the install command at the command line, and then you can point to an external or remote SQL server. Or what you could do is you can actually change it from the local SQL Express to a remote server later. Again, there's some white papers on how to do that, but just be aware that when you do the install, by default, it's going to install SQL Express. So that's what you need to know to download WebJet Admin and then go through the install and setup guide and get it installed. Thank you very much.